How do you know that there are multiple, infinite, physical, parallel body versions of everything and everyone? You don't. You deduct it. How do you come to the conclusion? Well, let's take this for example. So we all know that I am, pure consciousness, is a simultaneous being. It's going through all dimensions, percolating the third, and dreaming within it. It's experiencing itself through our vessels, which appear within it. So think of it this way, the 3D, the cubic matter world, the planets, Earth, space, whatever, all appears physically within I am, within pure consciousness. So everything is within its grasp. Okay. So as we say, I am, pure consciousness is a simultaneous being. What does that mean? It means it is experiencing everything, everyone, everywhere, all at once. Now let me break down that sentence because some of you just don't get it. You just listen to it, you hear it, but you don't understand it. Just listening and hearing words means nothing unless you can actually, purely get it. Like, it makes sense to you. So it's experiencing, think of it this way, or listen to it one more time. It's experiencing everything, everyone, everywhere, all at once, at the same time. So, it's experiencing your body, who is currently listening to this video, whatever age, whatever year, whatever planet, whatever city. It's experiencing your body, who is 90 years old and going into the doctors for a checkup. It's experiencing your body, who is 5 years old and learning to walk. I don't know, maybe not 5 years old, but maybe you're 1 year old and learning to walk. Whatever. You get the point. It's experiencing your great-grandmother, who is currently 10 years old and you were not born. It's experiencing you at the age of 20 having died in a car crash. It's experiencing you who is happily married to your specific person and you're in your 30s. Let's just say, for example, it's experiencing you who is sad and heartbroken for not being with your specific person, who is now with another person, married to them or whatever. And it's experiencing that world of you, and you're also in your 30s. Hopefully you're getting the drift. So when we say go to the end and stay there, you're only required to think of your end scene and what it implies. It implies it's this specific person, and it implies that they were always loyal to me and they were only ever married to me. And you're holding hands and celebrating your 1 year anniversary, whatever. Doesn't matter. Not a big deal what the scene is, as long as the implication is there and it means what it means to you. So, for example, you are in your end where you're married happily to your specific person. You've been in a relationship, happy together for 10 years, 20 years, 1 month, 2 months, who cares? 2 hours, and you're happily married. But in the 3D, for some reason, you are reporting that it says that they have died. Or you are reporting that they have been in no contact for 15 years with you. Or you're reporting that they are in no contact and have blocked you and are married to somebody else. There could be a whole bunch of stories. But you're still able to go to the end with them and stay there. So what does that mean right off the bat? It means there has to be another physical body of them. Infinite parallel physical bodies of everything and everyone. Versions. Identities. Right? So that means there's infinite physical parallel bodies of you. You change your body, you change the bodies of those around you. So how do you know that multiple versions, physical versions of everything and everyone exists? You don't, but you conclude and deduct it or deduce it or come to that understanding through this. The fact that you can go to your end and see yourself with your specific person, but in the 3D you say that they are dead, must mean there's another version of them physically. Or you go to the end with your specific person, you're happily married to them, but in the 3D you say and report that they're married to somebody else and they've blocked you, must mean there's another version of them. So what's going on? I am doesn't understand what you understand in the 3D. It gives no meaning or comprehends none of it. The drama and the meanings and the interpretations. It only sees what it wants to see because it's infinity. That's the 4th dimension, that's the 5th dimension. So that's really what it is. In order to objectify that end, you need to bring your awareness and say things like, upgrade your belief systems to things like, I am all there is, and I am and have everything that I want to be and have here and now. And that stuff like, it is possible to manifest my specific person, we are happily married together, I am this identity. Things that make sense to your end, the assumptions. Your assumptions should tally with your end, right? Your assumptions should not be, oh, but they're dead and I'd like to revise them to be alive. That's not an assumption. Or, oh, they're married to somebody else, but I'm going to do a revision and then make 5 affirmations and hopefully they'll come back to me. That's not an assumption. Your assumption should be, I am already having that which I desire to be and have, regardless of what the simultaneous 3D is showing me. The contradictory, whatever you want to call it. If you feel like you're walking in contradictory worlds, that's okay. The one world in your 4D or 5D, the higher dimension, and the other world in your environment. So, how does your environment, your 3-dimensional plane of existence, so-called, change? You can't change it from within the 3-dimension. You can do a few things, but you can't really make big changes like that. You can't go and resurrect a corpse. You can't take someone's cremated ashes and bring them back to life. You can't do that. What's occurred is occurred, physically or not. What you can do is stay in the 4D, the 5D, whatever, and still know that despite the contradictions, despite the simultaneous, contradictory three-dimensional plane, you are still able to see in your end and decide that it is yours. These should be your assumptions. Your assumptions should have to tally with your end, with your desired outcome. I'm happily married. I am that person who has everything that I desire to be and have here and now. I am source and there is no other. These should be your core beliefs, right? Your core assumptions. On top of that, you can slap on things like I have a blue Mercedes, or I have $100 million in my bank account, whatever you want the specifics to be. But if you want to go general, that's also fine. I am set for life financially. My specific person and I are happily married together. We have such a beautiful life, whatever. I live in this city. I have this amount of money. I have this kind of job. Those are all extra assumptions you can slap on. The whole thing is to understand that the point of this video is, how do you know that there's multiple physical versions of everything and everyone, of each of us? Because you can go to the end and see them there, despite whatever the third dimension shows. So if you can go to the end and stay there and find them and talk to them and hold hands with them, it has to mean that there is another version of them physically. So we are so focused on the 3D, thinking that our specific person is going to have a change of mind, that we drop below and start meddling in the middle. That's what they say is, don't mess in the middle, don't worry about the middle, the how. It's just to take your attention out of the molecules and the behaviors of particles in between. It's not really that things are happening or not happening. It's just a bunch of energy and maybe molecules just behaving and moving. You call that blocking, you call that a rejection letter, you call that them being married to somebody, you call that them posting on social media, you call that whatever you want to call it. But if you just give it no meaning, sometimes you can give it any meaning you want. You can say it's all working in my favor. If that doesn't always apply, you can say things like it's meaningless, or it's a bunch of misfired pixels and algorithms. Or you can even say, like, it's just glitches. It's not refreshed yet. The 3D has not refreshed yet, like your web browser. You can come up with anything that makes sense for you to write it off as irrelevant. That's why circumstances are irrelevant. You call it energy in motion. Energy is just behaving. Molecules are just behaving. It's not your end. That's all. It doesn't mean that they're doing something or they're not, or somebody else is. And it appears very solid and final in the 3D. That's okay. Do what you have to or don't have to in the 3D. But yeah, if your boss fires you and you get fired, don't show up at work pretending that you're not. Just follow the script, like they say, Follow what you have to do in the 3D. That doesn't mean that you stop being in your end, that you still have that job or you got the promotion, whatever the heck it is. Doesn't matter. Give me a whole bunch of things. I'm pretty sure nobody is specifically only manifesting one thing. They have multiple things you're manifesting at the same time, and that's okay. Just go to an end scene. If you hear stories about other people manifesting somebody general or somebody better for them because the universe decided the other one was not meant to be, that's all BS. So don't listen to stuff like that, but really just come back to your end. Your end is all that matters to you. Of course it's possible. If you can see it in the 3D, in the 5D or the 4D, it has to mean that it's available. Okay, so first of all, stop thinking that any of your manifestations, the objectified 3D objective manifestation of your desires is not possible. Stop thinking that it's available to you. To make it probable, to make it objectified, is your continued attention to your end scene and your beliefs and awareness that you are the person who has it. The person who has it will not think that, oh, where are they? Why are they texting me this? Why am I getting blocked? Oh, why is this happening? Why is that not happening? Why? They're going to question everything. You wouldn't. If you had $100 million in your bank account, you wouldn't be on YouTube searching, how do I manifest money overnight? Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you've just got to really stop questioning everything around you in so many terms. If you've decided you have it, how can it be otherwise? Regardless of what shows up or doesn't show up, right? So there's two things that happen. Either it's crickets, it just doesn't show up, nothing changes, or it changes in a contrary manner, and then you freak out. So anyways, back to the real topic. This is how you do know there's infinite physical versions, parallel physical bodies and forms of everything and everyone. Same with your bank account. There is a physical form version of your digital banking app bank account where your account balance is $100 million. It really does show that. If you can see it in your mind, blurry or not, you can see it. It's there. You cannot see anything in the 4D or your imagination or in your mind if it doesn't physically already exist. Why it doesn't exist in this 3D is probably because of the fact that I told you we only experience or perceive one objectified orchestration at a time. Look at it this way, one world at a time, if there's a multiverse. So this should help you understand why there are multiple physical parallel forms of everything and everyone. This is your answer. If you go to the Bible, there's a whole bunch of verses like, in my Father's house are many mansions, etc., etc. There's a whole bunch more. I don't know them all off by heart, but I'm sure you can find them. So that's probably it for this video. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. And again, to reiterate, if you've seen it in your mind, it literally means there's another version of that thing or person available physically. To bring it into your orchestrated 3D perception, objectified experience is all up to your beliefs and assumptions. And staying in your end and not dropping in the middle and not worrying about why something is happening or why something isn't happening. Alright, we'll leave your questions and comments and I'll talk to you in the next video.